Hey guys, I'm Jackie, the Reluctant Housewife, helping you find your inner domestic goddess without losing your inner feminist. Today we're gonna make a really yummy stuffed sweet potato, and it's vegan. So for my vegans out there, I know you're excited, I'm excited, and for my non-vegans out there, I promise you won't even know this is vegan, it's so good. So first of all, you're going to want to wash some smaller sweet potatoes, also known as yams. I had a nice little argument about that because I thought they were not yams. I said, no, they're not yams, they are sweet potatoes, but they really are the same thing. So sweet potatoes, yams, whatever, you're gonna want this size. Wash them if you like to eat the skin. If you don't like to eat the skin, just rinse them off, you know, no crazy scrubbing. We're going to have whatever you can find in your fridge. This is honestly one of those lunches that you're like, what am I gonna do with all these vegetables? So we're gonna wanna pull some sage. Put some sage right here. I pulled some rosemary, some garlic, of course. I mean, please, like, why wouldn't you use that? I have some yellow squash and some grape cherry tomatoes. So set your oven to 375. Let that heat up. No, wait. Set your oven to 425 and let that heat up. And then we're gonna take our sweet potatoes, put them on a foil lined pan and stick them in for a good 45 minutes. Don't poke them. Nobody likes to get poked. Don't poke the potato. Okay, so let those bake for 45 minutes. Let's get to chopping and sauteing. We're going to use some darker colored red quinoa. I'm not even sure if it's considered red quinoa. It's darker, it's not the white quinoa, whatever, it's quinoa. Okay, we're gonna stuff it with some quinoa. So take a cup and a half of water, put that in a boiling pot, bring that to a boil, and once that boils, you're gonna throw in your quinoa, which I'm using about a third cup. Is that how you say that? Who thinks about these things? Just use, you know, a third of a cup. That's probably the proper term. A third of a cup of quinoa. Once that's boiling, set that in there. Put it to a simmer, cover it with just a little bit of air, and let that cook while we chop up everything to saute, and then we add them together. Okay, so let's start chopping. Now, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the best chopper in the world. I feel like I may have missed a knife skills class that I should have gone to once upon a time, but I'm just gonna chop them long ways, like so. And then I'm gonna chop them into little halves. So we're going to want to stuff these, and we don't want them to be too big. How are my knife skills? Does anyone else get like kind of embarrassed about stuff like this? Because I certainly do. I'm like, it's going everywhere. What am I doing? Ah! Watch me. Okay. I have a knife. So I came up with this recipe because two of my friends, my two married friends. I have a couple married friends. They're nice. I like them. His mom is ill at this moment, and they're just overwhelmed, and she lives with them, and I just thought it'd be nice to actually cook something and give them something healthy, and they are vegan, and I thought, let's do some nice vegan yummy stuff. So I'm not going to use the second squash, so unless you're making more, we're only making 4 baby yams, sweet potatoes. You won't need this extra squash. And then I'm just going to put this in my pan. Okay, now I'm going to chop up some of our little tomatoes into halves. So you'd never know it, but it's winter time in LA right now. So I want to do all of these, you know, very like hearty, you know, but healthy meals, and it's, you know, blazing hot outside, and no one knows what to wear. It's like everyone wants to wear scarves and mittens and like coats that aren't leather jackets, but no one can. Sigh. So this is like my winter meal. I'm trying to even like get winter colors in there, like reds and greens, something that feels wintry. Alright, so we're gonna put these in our pan as well. Okay, so that is on a low heat because we're gonna cook it slowly. We're in no rush here. We've got our sweet potatoes in the oven. We'll just slowly simmer that. Our quinoa is simmering. That's doing well. Make sure to check in on that too. What you want to see is the water is evaporated and your quinoa is fluffy. and you don't see the little white sections in the middle, or it doesn't seem hard. You want it to be nice and fluffy. And by the way, quinoa is extremely healthy. I think we all know this. It's like a superfood now. Definitely adding it to your meals all the time is just a great source of protein, especially if you are vegan or vegetarian. All right, next I'm gonna chop up some sage and some rosemary. And I really like sage. I really like it for especially my house or adding to my recipes, whatever, you know. Trader Joe's has all of these great fresh herbs, which are so lovely. I think I forgot to go get those until recently, and I'm like, why haven't I been using these and everything? I'm literally putting rosemary in my eggs in the morning, just getting real fancy with it. So then pick up your rosemary, and you know, honestly, I mean, you can chop this if you want, but it's lovely to just sort of peel off the stems, or whatever you want to call these. They're not stems. These things. Okay, so I'm just going to add some salt and pepper, some nice grated pepper. Don't add too much. You know, you don't want to be one of those people who adds too much pepper. I don't know what their deal is. They're just like, I need as much pepper as possible. It's not even like it is a spice, but it's not like, you know, you're adding curry or something. I don't know. And some sea salt. No iodized salt. No. Okay, let that simmer. I'm going to get my herbs and bring them over. So we have our rosemary and our sage right here. I'm just going to put this in so I can get all aromatic. So grab your garlic. I have 1 clove here. I think that should be plenty. If you like garlic, by all means go for it. Take your knife. This is what you do. This is how you break this open. Press it down. There it is. Now my garlic press broke, because I like garlic. And I've been just chopping normally, like a normal person would, instead of doing my garlic press. So, you know, there's that whole, like, your fingers kind of smell afterwards, which hopefully no one cares that much. Maybe they do. I kind of care. I'm not gonna lie, I sort of care. So chop that finely. Let's go put this in our saute. And there it is. Look at that pretty, colorful veggie mix. Okay, we're gonna check our quinoa. Oh yeah, that is exactly what it's supposed to look like. All right, we have some sweet potatoes. They're ready. 45 minutes later, we'll take them out. Make sure you poke them first. Make sure they're actually cooked all the way through. So take a knife, just slightly poke, it goes through easily. They're done. Let's stuff. All right, I've just pulled 2 of our sweet potatoes right here. And what I'm gonna do is take a knife and I'm gonna slit them down the middle so we can stuff them. Ooh, they're hot. Be careful. All right, and just kind of open them up like so. So then push down some of your sweet potato to give room for what we're gonna stuff inside. Okay, once you've cleared some space in your sweet potato, we're gonna take some of our quinoa, which I put in a little bowl right here. And we're just gonna put this in our pan with all of our veggies. Just like so. Then what I'm gonna have you do is just mix that around. So now you're getting your quinoa coated with all of the yummy olive oil and salts and herbs and garlic, and it's getting a really nice flavor. So once you feel like you've definitely gotten it very mixed, we're gonna start stuffing our potatoes. I'm amazing. So grab a spoon and just take a little chunk, stuff in there. Maybe good 2 chunks. Sure beats like a real stuffed potato, right? All that yucky sour creams and chives and all kinds of bad things. I know that sounds kind of good, right? All right, you guys, together, you've helped me. You've helped me so much, more than I can even say. We have made some really healthy, hearty, yummy stuffed sweet potatoes, and they're vegan. because look at them. They're all veggie and olive oil and awesomeness. Totally enjoy eating these. I'm gonna start in right now because I can't wait. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Jackie, the Reluctant Housewife. Please subscribe if you liked what you saw today. Tell your friends, tell your family, share it with, you know, whoever, your cat, your dog, whatever. Oh my God, this is really good. Yum! Yep. Oh my God. I'm hungry.